What was your best purchase this year? A new bed. I sleep so much better now. Edit. Just so I don't have to keep answering. I bought a Sealy. No, this isn't an ad for them. I bought a $2 travel mug that gets me free coffee from a gas station on every Tuesday. I can't wait for my 200th free coffee, because after that I'll have essentially paid less than 1 penny for each refill. This is the goal in life. I impulse bought a massive cutting block from IKEA that lives on our counter for $14. We love it. Even if IKEA performed some sort of Jedi mind trick to get us to buy it, we came in for a desk. LASIK. Seriously, I have not had a second where I have regretted it. It truly is life-changing. People who just see naturally, you have no idea how good you have it. Edit. Wow. This comment got a lot of questions. Attention. To answer some, it was not painful. I had some dry eye on the way home after the surgery that felt like sandpaper, but once I was home I napped, thanks to the medicine, and by the time I was awake it was gone and I could see. It takes some time for it to heal, but the healing process is painless. The surgery did not hurt whatsoever. You are completely numb and it was extremely fast. Please do not try to cut costs for it. This is your vision, so make sure you find someone very reputable. If you are on the fence about, do it. It's seriously the best decision I've ever made. Thanks for the awards. A soft closed toilet seat. No longer will I be awoken in the night by the phantom midnight pooper. I'm reading every one of these responses like they are the customer on a late-night infomercial, and it makes the comments way more entertaining. I bought a running 84 feet Camaro for the sake of learning how to work on cars and having a project vehicle. I've been wanting to do this since I was a kid. So far I've rebuilt drum brakes, changed U-joints, changed all wheel bearings, seals, bought a new carburetors, upgraded to an electric radiator fan, restored all the gauges back to factory original, and a bunch of other stuff. I will say I've learned a substantial amount so far. When I get some money saved up, I'm gonna tear into the engine and rebuild it. No edit. I'm leaving it as an 84-foot Camaro. Our project car post is up. Purchased a solid 14K gold Swiss watch at a garage sale for $5. Probably my purchase of the year. Bought some pants a week or two ago. I've had only 2 pair for quite a while and it will feel nice to have some more. Does a refinance count? Ended up with a 2.375 rate and saving like 160 grand. I bought a new vacuum cleaner. It's so much better than my old vacuum cleaner. I love it. Edit. Lesson learned. Don't make a comment on Reddit then walk away, cuz I came back to 157 notifications for all your comments. Tears of joy. I did my best to read them all. But for future commenters, here is my new vac. A telescope. It's so incredible to see Jupiter, moons and Saturn. And see that there is much more in the sky than meets the eye. And #X200B. Edit. Thanks for the awards. For those who intend to purchase a telescope, I really recommend to spend some time doing research. There are different kinds of telescopes and their use depend on the purpose you have. A good telescope for viewing planets may not be the best for observing deep sky objects. A telescope may be great to use at home, but might be too big to travel with. Another might be easy to set up but not the best for astrophotography. It's really important to do some research to find out which kind better suits you. Bought an ice cream for a girl. We're together now. A good backpack. I didn't think it'd be so handy. But I use it every day. And it's knowing that I can just grab it and go instead of worrying about getting stuff gathered up. Or realizing I left something home that I needed. Technically not this year, but in December 2019 without knowing what was around the corner. I bought a bidet. Little did I know what a great purchase it would actually turn out to be. Even without the pandemic, it's probably the best purchase I've ever made. Got my first gaming desktop. OMG, the difference is amazing. Edit. Holy crap, thank you so much for the love. Everyone keeps asking, so I'll add that it was store-bought. I'd love to make one next. But for now, specs. AMD Ryzen 5 3400G with Radeon Vega graphics 3. 7 GHz. 8 GB of RAM. 64-bit Win 10 Pro OS build 19041. 685. It's a start, but it's 10x better than what I had. Therapy. My cat, She's a tiny calico that definitely sees more invisible demons than the average cat, but she is the best thing to come out of 2020. Edit. Lol, okay. Here's the cat tax. Edit 2. I told her how many people thought she was cute and it promptly went to her head and she knocked my glass of water over. If you want extra heartfeltness, she was a foster fail. I was on the fence about adopting her until we saw how quickly her and our other cat bonded. He'd been lonely since our roommate moved out with her cat. And happily enough, our other foster baby was adopted by our old roommate. An oversized sweater. It's huge. It's so comfy. It makes me feel safe. Squat rack. Took a long time to get everything set up. But it was worth the wait. Melatonin gummy bears. I used to wake up in the middle of the night, but now I get great deep sleep. Edit. Don't thank me. Thank my wife for getting this at Kroger's. I hope it helps you all like it did for me. Lego. Keeps my hands and mind busy. Who cares if I'm 33? A Roomba. After having 3 spinal surgeries a few years ago. Hoovering has been the worst. This bad boy has helped me more than you'll ever know. House. My wife and I were both WFH in a 500 square foot apartment, which did not go well. We finally got a house with room to spread out, and it's made our lives much easier. I recognize this is not an easy whim purchase, but instead was one that we've been saving for 8 years for. An inflatable stand-up paddleboard. Being able to drive to a lake and paddle around on the water for a few hours really helped me get through this year. 2 adopted kittens. Cat tax. Weighted blanket. Smother the anxiety. Edit. An award. So validated RN. I'm not saying it was chickens. But it was chickens. They eat weeds and table scraps. They give us eggs. They give us good compost. They are funny as all heck. They force me to go outside regularly. But the best part is they are really good for my family's mental health. Just hanging out with them. Which is especially needed this year. I bought a $40 sweater that says "Small Dick Big Dreams." We got to meet our son at Walmart the other day, and he brought 2 of his daughters that we haven't seen since March. Ages 6 and 4. They wanting to ride the electric cart with granddaddy. The little 4 why, oh ask me. Can I have this? I said. Girls. You can have anything you want. When we met up with my wife and son, they laughed at me because my buggy was full. The only thing I would let my son take out of the cart was slime, Play-Doh and a paint set. I got a $50 Motorola phone after my Google Pixel 3a was stolen at the beach. It does everything my other phone did besides take good pictures. It does everything noticeably slower, but it's incredible that you can even get a smartphone for $50. Typing this on it right now. A Switch. Running around Hyrule and Fodlan has really alleviated the sting of not being able to socialize with other people as often. All of the parts for my first PC. I'm very happy with it, and it has turned out to be very useful for school. It also means I can play Cyberpunk 2077 later today. Invisalign. I am 2 months in. Can see major improvements. And people don't have to see or hear me talk funny with a retainer. 2 more months to go. Never thought I would win an award for having crooked teeth, but now it seems worth it. An electric kettle. I will never buy a teapot again. Wish I did it years ago. A Kindle. I don't read much, but I'm slowly starting to read more and more. My honeymoon. My husband and I went on vacation for New Year's, and we got to spend an amazing week together before shit hit the fan. A mattress warmer with dual controls. It fits directly on the mattress, like a mattress protector, with the bottom sheet going on over it. The warmth comes up gently from below and encourages your body to relax and enjoy a good sleep, especially on cold winter nights. A self-stirring coffee mug. It's so much fun. I actually look forward to getting up because it means I get to use it. Washing machine. Around the start of the pandemic, we used to haul the clothes to a laundromat and fold them there. I discovered mushrooms, and bought everything I needed to start growing them for personal use. They've helped me a lot, and I really enjoy the hobby process. Edit. I'm getting a lot of responses and messages asking about the growing process. I'm a big dumb animal, but I can read and follow instructions. Just like cooking with a recipe. There are a ton of great resources here on Reddit. I followed R. Uncleben's guide to get me started and then tweaked my process through trial and error. Please read that guide before bombarding the sub with questions. The Shroomery.org and YouTube also have a ton of information. My first cup of coffee. I recently left the Mormon Church, which teaches that drinking it is sinful, and found this to be a simple joy that I was missing out on. Edit. Wow. Thank you guys for all the awards and comments. You have really brightened my day as well. Getting my tubes tied. I'm so excited I can't pass my genetic problems on to the next generation. Mental health issues on my dad's side. Hereditary health conditions on my mom's. You know what? It's a Peloton, and other home gym equipment. I rapidly gained weight early this year, lost my job at a hotel. Lost my father. Our wedding was cancelled. I ate my feelings, and arguably. I still am. With no gyms open and honestly no desire to exercise. I just faced getting heavier and heavier and sadder and sadder. I know it's gimmicky, but damn, the Peloton really turned around my relationship with my body and health this year. I love the classes. And it encouraged me to get outside and start running again. I bought the thing in August. And I've now lost all of the weight I gained this year and I'm simply feeling better. I'm drinking less and eating better just because I feel more connected to my body and health. And the endorphins from exercise have helped me keep my head up every day. Seriously. It was worth every cent. And it was not cheap. Disney Plus. My poor kids have lost so much this year. At least we've had some fun working our way through the Disney movie catalog. Tesla stock at under 150 share. It's worth more now. I'm living in SE Asia where it is scorching hot. I have no air conditioner in my room. So I bought an air cooler just before the lockdown started. Best purchase. It doesn't cool the room entirely, but it makes the heat bearable. I got $35 for my birthday. I spent $15 on the Henry Stickmin collection. Then waited until Halloween for a sale. I bought Portal and Portal 2. Then waited till Thanksgiving. Then I bought Half-Life. I'm definitely going to have a lot of stuff to do over winter break. An engagement ring smiley face. We're getting married in 2 weeks. Not sure if this counts as a purchase since we didn't pay anything. But we foster failed one of our puppies this year. We have donated heavily to the rescue in the form of medical bills paid for other fosters, so they waived the adoption fee. Puppy Tax 1. Puppy Tax 2. Puppy Tax 3. Edit. Foster failing is the process of a foster family adopting their foster animal. The reason that it is considered a failure is that many people foster fail on their first or second animal and get out of fostering, reducing the ability of rescues to save additional lives. This is distinct from fosters that are deliberately doing a foster-to-adopt arrangement. In our case, Mochi, FKA Iago, was foster #310 to 319 since May 2012, had his mom and siblings, hence the numeric uncertainty, and we have continued fostering. Foster number 361 is in the house right now and should be upping the count in the next 1 to 2 weeks. Edit 2. Mochi, today. I dumped a clunker car for a new one. It was a money drain, plus the value had dropped much further than I thought. The amount of stress relief was immense and the money saved even with a new car payment is very beneficial. I just bought a heated blanket last night, best solution for my cramps. I usually end up passing out from the pain, but once I wrapped myself up in the blanket, they became manageable. Edit. I know my cramps sound bad, but believe me guys. I've been on multiple forms of birth control since I was 16 and so far none of that has worked. I don't get my first pap smear until I turn 21, so don't worry. My doctor is well aware of my constant pain and agony lol. Normally to help ease my cramps I take an Aleve on the first day of my period. I've also found that eating soy products helps ease the pain as well. I think it has something to do with the estrogen levels. I drink soy milk and eat edamame the week before I'm supposed to start. Add those things plus the heated blanket and it's smooth sailing. Air fryer. An NVMe hard drive, Samsung Evo 970. It's overkill, they said. You don't need it, they said. The improvement in boot and loading speeds was definitely worth the money. I don't think I'll ever need a new SSD. Yes, I know. It will die one day. It's a metaphor. And #X200B. Edit. Okay. It's not a hard drive. A big fancy desk for my home office. Now I'm actually comfortable working from home. This steel sculpture vulture that I put in my front yard and named Clarence. Found a gem of a used record for $1.99 called Starlight with various hits from 1979. Dizzy woman cartwheeling, medium light skin tone. Absolutely. The espresso machine I bought at the start of the quarantine. Def my cat. Closing parenthesis. Meet Romeo. Adopted our Great Pyrenees. Dixie. Lifelong family member and the sweetest dog ever. Can't believe she had been returned twice before we found her. My kitten. As a kid growing up, our cats never paid attention to the kids. So I never cared for them and never really wanted a cat. I have had my kitten for 4 months now. I think she's 8 or 10 months old. And she's super playful and always wants to be around me. When she's not playing, she waits for me while I work. And will sleep in front of my keyboard. Edit, kitty tax. A guitar. Hands down a menstrual cup. I used to be scared and even grossed out by them. But using one has changed my life. Now I feel in control of my body and not the opposite. My dog. Wanted one my whole life. Finally decided I was settled enough and ready for the responsibility. Adopted her in August. I'm equating the fees and such with the purchase, and while she has turned my life upside down. It's great. The last week or so has been rough, but I have to get up every single day to walk her, and by the time we get back, it's pointless to go back to bed, so I prepare her breakfast, then mine, and then I do the things I need to get done. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to drop a like. If you would like to see more content like this in the future, subscribe and turn on notifications to be notified about future videos. Now check out one of these interesting videos.